Can you get me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. At least I joined earlier, but I couldn't hear people. People couldn't hear me. Becky. Becky. Okay, let's just wait a few moments while we expect a few other people to join us. So, Ivana, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm fine. I just heard the news.
The news.
Yes. Félicitations.
Which news? Thank you.
Bamba.
Oh,
Why are you so scared? You didn't call me with the news. Becky.
I think Becky can't hear you.
Hello?
George. Not you, George. Okay, Mbala George.
Yes, boss.
Welcome. Welcome. I cannot get somebody. I cannot get Becky. Okay, so we'll just give a few more minutes. That's my people. Please, if you don't want to speak, and just kindly send some. Okay, let me unmute Becky. Okay. If you don't want to speak, you can just kindly type any question. Mr. Kani. George, is it my volume that is too low?
For some reason, the volume has become low and we can't get you.
Oh, that's.
It's your volume, it's your talk.
Let me see if I can fix that.
It's getting better.
Maybe it's a little bit noisy here. Okay.
But it's better.
I hope the light is not disturbing anybody. I have to unmute these guys. Okay. Can you get me? Hello, Becky. Can you get me?
I can.
Okay,
yes,
that's nice. I can hear you now.
All right.
Okay, so we're starting at 4:05. We just start. I don't think we need 100 people. Okay, so I think everybody here knows me, so I don't need to introduce myself again. Right? Okay. Kani? Chairman.
Naked.
He's naked. Can you tell Chairman to dress up? Can he? Okay, so I think I'll just give you a rundown of what we are supposed to talk about. Nothing new. I think everybody here knows what I do. I I trade currencies, I invest in cryptocurrencies, and I consult for some investment companies. These people who, they accept money in various ways to. Just a minute, I had to put my phone on silent. Okay, so as we are getting more people join the meeting, I think we just move indirectly into it. I think there's been a lot of confusion around, and I have so many people calling me, asking me about what this Bitcoin thing is all about. People calling me, asking me what the Forex trading is all about. People are worried about all the various schemes, marketing schemes that are around. I think I just wanted to clarify that a bit and then try to give some my own personal advice. You know, just as a background, I've been trading for a while now. I think all of you here know me. I've been trading and I've been training like professionally full time for 1 year now. And with that little experience, I've also been able to look forward, look in front, and try to professionalize it, try to make it in a way that you don't just talk about something you're doing. You also try to, make it in such a way that you are not talking, but you have a backing for that. So I'm also taking the professional courses. Okay, Kani says he can't hear me. Okay, so I have beside me, I don't know if you can see my board. I have beside me a small board, with Forex trading, crypto trading, Bitcoin investment, and then I have here my company, and then generally online investment. All these are like new things. Apart from the few people that I know that I have trained here, a lot of us just hear about this thing. We don't really know how it happens practically. I want to shed more light on it, answer a few questions, because I have so many people who are worried about, should I put my money in this business? Should I put my money in this business? And it's a whole challenge for many people. So I just want to talk about that. And then there are some other things I'll be introducing to you people. There are some other projects I'll be introducing to you people. And from there, we can see how we can start creating a small community. We can see how we can start creating a small community. Please, if you are in a noisy area, you try to maybe close the door because we are getting a lot of sound that is coming in. 1 minute. Okay, so I'll start with trading in general. Being cryptocurrency trading. I see Mr. Kenono. Can you get us? He just joined us, so I should probably unmute him if he has a question. So he just joined us, and as many people are joining us, maybe I might be tempted to go back and try to say something again, but I think we are on. It's already 4:05, and we have about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We don't have to take too long. Okay, so first, what is trading? Trading as a whole, I would say trading is the ability to use, at our level, the ability to use computers and other digital devices to take part in to use computers and other digital devices to be able to be a part of the global financial markets. You know, by the global financial markets, I'm talking about, the currency market, they call it foreign exchange. What these guys at Royal Palace or Aqua Palace, what these guys are doing. You have the global equity markets, companies owning stocks and shares in company. You have the global commodity markets that's been able to trade things like soya beans, to trade things like copper, to trade things like sugar on the world market. You have the global bond market. Governments raise money by putting bonds in the market. By putting bonds in the market, what they do is they are able to raise capital from the public to invest in their projects, and maybe in 10 years' time, they'll be able to realize from taxing people on these projects, be it roads, be it other social amenities, and they'll be able to pay back the money they took from these people with interest. I think that is it. And when we are talking about these financial markets, they are highly lucrative. For instance, you have the global bond market that can do about between 20 to 40 billion dollars, 20 to 40 billion dollars in a day. Then you have the mother of them all, which is the forex market. In the forex market, you can do between five to 6 trillion dollars. When I say trillion dollars, I'm talking about 12 zeros. I'm talking about 12 zeros per day. I think that is quite a lot of money if you want to put it into context. If you want to change that to CFA, I don't think there's any calculator that will be able to write it out. That will be multiplying $5.3 trillion by about 500 francs, which gives you a staggering amount of about somewhere between 670 million trillion dollars. So CFA, that's a lot of money. And now at our level, a lot of people have this huge problem with trying to make sense of money that is in the computer. Some of them call it money that is in the air. I'll use my other brother as an example. He calls this money that is in the air. That means how you don't see it physically. Your computer is showing, but how comes you don't see it physically? So trading is just the ability to use brokers. It's just the ability to use brokers. Brokers are like middlemen. They have access to the global market, and they provide you. They provide you with platforms. Who has a baby in the house? Can you?
Sorry, take the try inside. I'm listening to something else.
Yeah,
Let
baby.
the person mute. Let the person mute, please.
Okay, I can mute the person. That's cool. Thank you.
Tell Kani to mute.
Okay, so I think for now it's fine. So what I am saying is with all these markets now, we have this huge ability to be able to participate in them. We have this ability to be able to participate in this market. And I can assure you, I've been dreaming about this ever since I left the university, because I've always been telling myself, what is it that you can do to make money without the Cameroonian government disturbing you? You know, how manage can you do a business where you don't have to be accountable to anybody? You sleep in your house, you make money. You fly maybe to another country, you make money. You are in another town, you still make money. Truth, when I'm talking about making money, I'm not saying it's all that. I have people in the forum here who have done this for a while, and they'll tell you it's not a simple job. Something being difficult does not mean that it is not doable. That's why I keep telling all the traders that I train that this is one of the most challenging jobs, not in terms of intellect, but in terms of mental challenge, that psychological challenge. It's something that gives you that lure of knowing that there is money in this business, but at the end of the day, you feel so frustrated because you know that there is money in this business, but you can't get your hand around it. Next, you have what we call cryptocurrency. When I'm talking about cryptocurrencies, it's a little bit challenging because all what people know about for now is Bitcoin. Bitcoins. Whenever you talk to people about cryptocurrency, they don't know anything. All they know is Bitcoins. And as I'm talking to you today, I'll just share my screen with you very soon. I'm going to share a website with you, and you'll be able to see the number of cryptocurrencies that we have in the market right now. You'll be able to see the number of cryptocurrencies that we have in the market. And for now, the only one people know about is Bitcoins. Okay. And it is a little bit more difficult because now everybody is saying around the place, I told you people about this Bitcoin thing. I told you people about this Bitcoin thing. And it's so complicated because it's the ignorance that is catching the whole Bitcoin. You know, ignorance. Can you guys see my screen? One minute. The fiber is not the best. It's a little bit slow. Anyway, when talking about cryptocurrencies, I always tell people to forget about the Bitcoin. I tell people to forget about the Bitcoin and think about the technology. You know, when the internet came, it was really a challenge. It was really a challenge. Anyway, I think it's a little bit complicated, but on the website I wanted to share with you, you're going to see that as we are talking today, there are more than 2,000 plus cryptocurrencies. If you can see that up here. Lewis, can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. So there, as of the day of today, there are more than 2,069 cryptocurrencies. And on this website, you can see this coinmarketscap.com. Okay?
Yes.
It's coinmarketscap.com. And majority of people know just Bitcoin. I mean, if you talk about cryptocurrency, somebody is blank about what you're talking about. But when you talk about Bitcoin, everybody is like, they know what you're talking about. Mr. Joe, Bibi?
Yes.
That is.
Yeah, what's going on? I can't see myself. I can't see you.
No, you don't need to see yourself. We can see you. Okay. So.
Yeah, boy. Sorry,
Okay.
when I see me.
Yeah, would you see you where you drive? Yeah. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, actually, man. I know, but my phone, I don't hold us somewhere. Sorry.
Okay.
But I just
take part anyway. Be careful. So I was talking about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, everything. Becky, your video is on everything. I don't know why you cannot see yourself. Maybe there's a blue arrow at the top there you can push. Your name is right at the end. When you look at the top there, you see a blue arrow. I can see you very well. So, okay. What I was saying is, the different cryptocurrencies, there are so many of them, but they are built on something we call blockchain technology. Now, just as a backstory, I had a friend who used to tell me about Bitcoin early in 2016 when the price of one Bitcoin was just $300, about $270, $300. And what happened is, I told him honestly, the same things I'm trying to stop people from saying today were the same things I was telling him, because he kept insisting that I should buy 1 or 2 Bitcoins and keep, you know. And most of the time, as an investor, as a person, as a business person, you don't want to put your money in something you don't understand. So back then I told him, look, this thing, I'm not sure about this thing. I would rather do something else with my money. And I can assure you, if I had just taken $1,500 and bought 5 Bitcoins, I would have been a millionaire today. You know, that thing would have shot up to $20,000 when I had 5. That's $100,000. You know, but all that is just trying to tell people that I think there's one thing I've noticed, particularly with us Cameroonians, we don't like to read about things. You know, we don't like to read about things. We don't like to take the time, no matter the amount of information we have out there. You tell somebody about something and it's just a click away. They could know about it, read about it. You know, like all this. When I get to Bitcoin, I will talk about this. All these companies that came around, BitConnect, Crypto Invest. There's one other popular one. I used to tell people, look, all these businesses, they are the things we do. I understand these businesses. But what you want to do is that you want to invest your money in a company that is registered either in Cameroon or where you're living. It's very important. Look like this one that came around Mida. A lot of people put their money inside. The good thing was that it was registered in Cameroon and the government could intervene. Now, when you put your money in a company that is not registered in Cameroon, and you're living in Cameroon, there's no way, it's like putting your money in a website. There's no way you can fly to Malta or you can fly to any of these Panama, these safe havens where they register these companies to go and try to fight your money back. So blockchain technology is I'll try to simplify it as much as I can simplify it. It's just a technology that removes a middleman. I mean, as now we are 9 of us on this video. Blockchain means that 9 of us will have access to the same information, will be able to share the same information, and no one person can modify that information, if you understand what I mean. It means it's a technology that gives all...
Can you take that all over again, please?
Pardon?
Your line was breaking. Can you take that all over?
Okay,
Your line was breaking.
Let me take that all over again. Blockchain technology, it's a technology that was discovered in 2009 by a stranger. Up to today, nobody knows him. They just know him by the name of Nakamoto, a Japanese name. So it's a technology that gives access to the same information to all the 7 billion people that are on Earth. All these 7 billion people can verify that information, and all 7 billion people have to modify that information at the same moment for somebody to be able to fraud it. It means that there is nobody who has the computer power who can manipulate that information. And that is why a lot of governments and big companies are fighting this, because they go to the bank to borrow money. Only the banker knows how much money they have. You understand? Only the banker knows how much money this person has. But on the blockchain, you don't need anybody to tell you that this guy has this amount of cryptocurrencies or on Bitcoin. You just need to go on the blockchain, you have access, and you verify this information yourself. I mean, the technology is amazing because no one person, it's amazing because no one person can fraud this information, no one person can manipulate this information, and no one person can hide this information. So you can understand why the American government does not want this thing to go through. You can understand why the Chinese government does not want this thing to go through. All these big governments, they don't want this technology to go through. So based on that blockchain technology, you have a lot of this. Based on that blockchain technology now, you have a lot of these cryptocurrencies that have been designed. Let me take, for instance, you have UBEX. UBEX is a cryptocurrency that is designed, it's an artificial intelligence platform. It means that using artificial intelligence, people can know all the robots. People can know all the robots that are everywhere on Earth. You can automatically know the number of machines that are working in the company. And they've not only used this technology to build these amazing products, there's another one on electricity. What they can do is that they can put all electric cars on the block. It means that at every point X, you know which electric car is charging where, which electric car has been produced where, and so it gives this transparency. It completely takes away the middleman. Now, banks are middlemen. Governments are middlemen. Most of the companies that you know are middlemen. A government could simply say, okay, we are going to take away all the Ministry of Finance and everything, and we are going to design a blockchain token whereby you want to pay your tax. You just go on the blockchain and you send your tax. Nobody can steal it. It's going to completely wipe away corruption. So Bitcoin is just one of them. And Bitcoin is just one of them. It's a technology that is used to facilitate payment. You know, it's a technology that is used to facilitate payment. That means you can convert your normal currency to Bitcoins and you send to somebody, or you can receive payment using Bitcoins. It's a digital means of payment, and it's just one of the various cryptocurrencies that are built on the blockchain technology. So you have blockchain technology, you have cryptocurrency sitting on it, and then you have Bitcoin, which is just one type of cryptocurrency. I think people really need to be able to make this distinction. The fact that one of these cryptocurrencies is not good, it doesn't make the whole technology useless. I think it's a technology that can be used for so many things. It's a technology that can be used for so many things. Now, if at least we have managed to grab a little bit of the technology, I think we need to know the various ways in which you can make money from this technology. First thing, you can exchange these cryptocurrencies. That means you can send Bitcoins to somebody and then somebody sends it back to you. And everything that you can exchange, you can automatically sell. That means you can have Bitcoins and somebody is looking for Bitcoins, maybe to register for a business, maybe to make a payment, maybe they are working on a platform that only accepts Bitcoin. What do? They give you money in any currency, any other fiat currency. It might be dollars. CFA is not a currency. They can give you CFA for you to send them Bitcoin. So as of date, there are 2,069 different cryptocurrencies, or people like to call them tokens. With these 2,069 tokens, I mean, now what people do is somebody has a brilliant idea. Like there is this token that it's a company that wants to deliver their business idea is to deliver things to remote areas of the world. You know, their idea is to deliver things to remote areas of the world. What do? They create this company and they make it in the form of tokens. They can say, okay, we are going to create 10 billion of these tokens. Okay, we are going to create 10 billions of these tokens. You can just equate it to shares. You can create 10 billion shares. And what do? They create these 10 billion tokens. Then they say, okay, we have this idea. We want this token to represent this idea. If you think this our idea is a good idea, we are selling you one of these tokens for $0.004. You understand? So those 10 billion tokens is going to cost about, is going to be able to raise about $100 million or maybe $10 million. So they are going to use this money that they have raised to start the business with. And as the business is growing, the value of the token is growing. So I always tell people, for me, that's the best way to invest in cryptocurrencies, because you look at an idea that is a good idea, and for you to participate, you say, okay, let me buy shares or let me buy tokens of this idea. You buy them, you keep them. Maybe you bought them at 0.004, and in a year's time, their value is $1. So imagine that you bought 200,000 of these things. For you to buy 200,000, it could cost you about $80. And then imagine when the value goes up to $1. That means those 200 tokens are worth $200,000. So that is it. And people have made huge amounts of money in this thing. But now, just like everything that is bought and sold, it goes in cycles. Like now, I tell people that now that Bitcoin is falling, I personally, this is my own personal idea, I don't see the reason why Bitcoin should be that valuable. I don't see any economic reason why one Bitcoin should be worth $3,000. You understand? That is my point of view. The thing is too expensive. It is overvalued. But if you believe that one Bitcoin can be worth $1,000, then you wait for when it's going to go down below $1,000. You buy it, you keep it. When the value goes up, you make money. And if I can really try to share this my screen again, I hope this time it goes well. I'll still take you to go back to coinmarketcap.com. Coinmarketcap.com. What I want to show you people is how you can actually profit from this business. How can you actually profit from this cryptocurrency business? You don't have to buy Bitcoin. You don't have to use Bitcoin to invest in a business. All what you need to do is you just come here now. What I like to do is, can you see my screen, please? Just let me know. Okay, the website is coinmarketcap.com. What I like to come to the recently added. When you come to the recently added token, okay, recently added tokens, there we go. If you look at the top here where my mouse is, you see FOAM, like FOAM. That is the currency that was added 1 day ago. You understand? This was a cryptocurrency that was added 1 day ago. What is the price? This is the price here, 0.0588. Now, that one might be too expensive, but what I usually do is I sort them from the cheapest. Okay, look this one, the one that is up now, micro mines. What you can do is that you can right click on it, you open it on the new tab to read about it. What is it all about? What is the project all about? What are the people trying to do? What problem are they solving? Look at the price of this one. One micro mines is worth $0.0004. It means that with $1, you can buy 400 of these. Are you understanding me? With $1, you can buy 400 of those. It means with $10, you can buy 4,000 of those. See something? Let me bring up my calculator. All of us would accept here that $10 or 5,000 francs is something that you can put in a business just for the sake of putting. Okay, if you have 400,000 of these. Okay, let me share now. I have to share my calculator instead. This software. Okay, can you see my calculator now? Let's say for instance that you bought 400,000 of these at $10. 400,000 of these at $10 when the price was 0.000004. That's the price at which you bought. You spend $10 to buy 400,000 of these, and maybe 6 months down the road, 1 year down the road, 2 years down the road, the price of this thing goes up to $0.05, 0.020 zeros, and you multiply by 400,000. It gives you how much? $2,000. That means you have made a profit of $1,990 from your $10. And this is what I advise people that look, don't go and buy Bitcoin. Don't go and take your money and you put in some business that you don't know about. Some company comes and tells you that, okay, we are give us your Bitcoin. We are going to take it, and then every month we are going to give you 60,000 francs, or every week we are going to give you 60,000 francs. The first thing about investment is that you don't want to put money that you cannot afford to lose in any investment, no matter how nice it is. You must be ready to lose that money before you're putting it in any investment, because every investment is tight. Either you profit or you lose. It's a 50-50. So first things, you invest money that you can afford to say, okay, if this money is not available, I can still survive. I can still live. That means you save up for investment, you put it in an investment, but you always have to think, or you always have to know the investment before you put your money inside. Number two, this is the biggest mistake most people do. They invest in businesses that they don't know about. I think I learned a very big lesson from this in 2016 because everything for me was a good business. That is a fat lie. Now what I do is you come to me with any business, I just take it and I put it on my table for 2 months. 2 months. Within that 2 months, I am reading about that business sector. I am trying to talk to some people who are already doing that business so that I know all the risks that are involved in that business before I put my money inside. And third thing, you want to invest for the long term. That's why one of the most successful investors, you have people like Warren Buffett, because stocks that they bought in 1960, they are still holding them to today. But what most people do is that somebody will put money in a business, 3 months, it has given him $140. He's going to remove it and spend it. The economy of the world is growing. The population of the world is growing. Consumption is growing. So everything, no matter how they go down, they are going up in the long term. So you want to invest for the long term. And finally, you want to invest in a business that is, I'm not saying legal in the form of it might not be a bad thing or a good thing. I'm saying legal in the form of it is registered. It is registered. The business should be registered where you either have access to the legal system or it should be registered where you can have access to the legal system. It's very important. Look at BitConnect, look at BitWorld, look at Crypto Invest. People have lost hundreds of thousands in this thing. It's not like the money has disappeared. No, the money has not vanished. There are some people who have those monies, but how do you get access to them? All what they need to do is they just need to pull down the website where they were doing the investment, and that is it. You don't have any access to your money. I always tell people that, look, we are human beings. I am a trader. One thing I've been able to do is that I've been able to avoid collecting money from people to trade. It's very important. The moment, what these guys used to do is that they used to collect huge amounts of money from people around the world. Imagine about 2,000 Cameroonians contributing 50,000. I know somebody who put 35 million in one of these businesses. I know somebody who put 50 million in one of these businesses. I'm telling you, how on earth do you take 50 million and you put it on the website? And I think it is so common in Cameroon because Cameroonians or many of us, I don't know if it's that the system is so difficult, if it's that the poverty is so much, if it's that it's too challenging to get something done in Cameroon. We are always looking for get rich quick schemes. You know, you come and tell somebody that, okay, give me 10,000 at the end of the year or at the end of the month, I'm going to give you 5,000 francs. They will not even ask you, what are you doing? How are you putting this money in a business? Do you have a legal license to put money in a business? I also know a company in Yaoundé that this year alone, they collected more than 170 million francs CFA from people, promising to pay back about a total of 800 and something million. But as I'm talking to you, this company does not even have 10 million in their account. It means that part of the managers have eaten some of the money. Some of the money went to MIDA, and all these things that they collect money from people, they don't even know what investment is all about, and they put these monies inside. So that is just a background for cryptocurrencies. You should not overbase yourself on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first, is the most popular, but is the most unattractive to invest your money in. So my company and I, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to do a consultancy wherein we can advise you on which of these cryptocurrencies to hold. You don't need to give your money to anybody, no. If you go online and you type the word Binance, let me show you people where you can buy and hold these cryptocurrencies. Okay, this is Binance.com. They have an app. They have an app, an Android and an iPhone app. if you go to Binance.com, it's one of the most trusted platforms to buy and sell these cryptocurrencies. Is one of the most trusted platforms. Can you see?
Oh God.
This is Binance.com. You go to the info tab. You go to the info tab of Binance.com. You're going to see all the various cryptocurrencies that they have. Okay. You're going to see all the cryptocurrencies that are listed on Binance.com. All what you need to do, you use your smartphone, you open an account, and then, you credit your Binance account. To credit your Binance account, all what you need to do maybe is you just buy maybe some Bitcoins from anywhere, you credit your Binance account, and then you just remove money and buy any of these cryptocurrencies. So this is, you can see up here, you can see BTC, you can see Ripple. Please, if you have any questions, just be patient. We are going to answer them later. You can see anybody who was holding Bitcoin has made about 2.5% gain. Today, it has made a 2.5% gain. If I try to look for the biggest gainers, look at this one, Waves. Anybody who had Waves made a 23.85%.
I beg, give me one biscuit.
That is the amount of money that you can have in this. You understand? So what you want to do is you want to go to CoinMarketCaps. You do your research on any of these currencies. If it is attractive to you, you come into your Binance account. You just buy it and you don't give the money to anyone. I think that is the problem we have, because Cameroonians don't save neither in insurance, they don't save neither in savings account, they don't save either in business, like investing in businesses. And when you compare us with other countries, Biden, who is that negotiating his biscuits? Okay, so this is Binance.com. So I've given you two very important websites. You have CoinMarketCap and you have Binance.com. That start for you with cryptocurrencies. Okay, now the final thing I'm going to talk about this online investment. Okay, I'm going to talk about this online investment.
Hello, Joe.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, maybe just to highlight to others. Please, can you put the microphones on mute so that we can hear, because we hear lots of discussions all around and maybe activity.
Okay, let me mute all. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just mute everybody, and then when I finish, I'll mute everybody so that people can ask questions. It's better now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I've muted everybody. When I finish and anybody wants to talk, I'll just unmute everybody, and the person who is talking now can in turn, anybody who has something to say, just write to me. I'll unmute you, and then all of us will listen to you. So next, I want to talk about online investing in general, and then we'll see how we can, maybe ask some questions. I know a lot of people have a lot of worries, but Forex trading, okay, now when it comes to trading in general, you can start trading on any broker with as low as $100. That means you can start trading on any broker with as low as $100. But I always tell people that $100 is too small, because the least mistake you make, you probably can wipe out the account. And I can assure you, I'm not talking about these things because I want people to join. No, I'm talking about these things first because I want people to know. I want people to know that no matter the level of unemployment we have in Cameroon, there is a big wall of money opportunities out there. It is really big. I mean, there is this new company that has come up. They actually teach you how to trade. They help you to trade. And then worst of all, when they see that you're good, they even give you money to trade. You understand? And I have a lot of guys who probably don't have a job, or they are not satisfied with the job they have. And I tell you, it's very simple. Learn Forex in your spare time. I've always been working. I've been trading Forex for 7 years. This is my 7th year now, but the past 6 years, I was either working or I was running my business, but I was learning. And when I had the opportunity to get into this thing full time, because somebody, hired me to help him bring, make this thing popular in the area where he was. When I had the opportunity to join it full time, I joined full time, and I can assure you it has been a very profitable 1 year for me. Okay, now for you to start trading Forex, all what you need to do is to learn first. Learn first. A lot of people feel that to start Forex, you need to put money first before you start learning. No, you learn. We have we train people here in Douala, Bonamusadi, Bonaberi. A basic Forex course is 6 weeks. I mean, 6 weeks, you know everything there is to know about trading. And I always tell people, for you to trade Forex, you don't even need that much knowledge. There's no arithmetic you're ever going to do. If you're smart, and I know all Cameroonians I know are smart, if you're smart, what you can do is you can quickly understand this thing. There is information on Forex everywhere on the internet. You go to babypips.com, and if you're somebody who likes reading, in a week you might have understood all the how can I say, all the notes on Forex, because there is a there is a note, a theoretical part, please, that's the word. You can understand all the theory. The theory in Forex, I can teach somebody in 1 week, just the theory. But the most challenging part is the practical part. That is where it is challenging, because you need to understand what it means to manage your risk. You need to understand what it means to be patient, because the markets don't just run. A lot of people take trades and they sit in front of the computers for hours. There are times when you take a trade and it is in the negative for 3, 4, 5 days. You can imagine the amount of patience you need to do this job. Okay, so to start trading Forex, all what you need is either a smartphone or a laptop. Personally, nobody around me or nobody I train trades on the smartphone, because it is a total distraction. You cannot do anything with your life again, because every minute you're looking at the trades. Are they going in your direction? Are they going in the positive? Imagine you're doing something and then you look at your phone, all your trades are in negative. It can really break your morale, So I advise my people to either trade on a laptop or you trade on a desktop. That means when you're coming on your trading platform to trade, you know that you're going to trade and you have made time apart to trade. That's your laptop you need. Internet connection is a must. It should not be a fiber connection. It must not be a 4G connection. With the basic internet connection, you can trade. You need the software. The software is less than 4 megabytes. It's a MetaTrader 4, MT4. I have an MT4 platform here. I'm going to show you people. And finally, you need a broker. Now, all brokers are online. All what you need to do is, I can sit in here, I can call like 20 brokers. You have FXTM, that is the one we recommend. You have Maximus FX, you have Alpari, you have Hot Forex, you have XM, you have FXCM, you have FX Pro. I think they are the ones who sponsor. If it's not West Ham United, is another team. You have FX Pro. You have, there are so many of them. Just go on Google and you say Forex broker. And I will not speak for all the brokers here, okay? But one thing I know is that most brokers, they manipulate their platforms, but they can only manipulate the platform of somebody who doesn't. They can only manipulate somebody who doesn't know how to trade. Somebody like me, I trade in a very orderly fashion. It means that I know all my risk on all trades. I trade with the right volume, and I don't just open trades anyhow. 2 ways brokers can manipulate your account. If you take a trade today with a volume, when I say volume, it's just like you go to the market and you buy 3 cups of Gary. Just consider volume like 3 cups of Gary. Now, today you trade with a volume of 10. Tomorrow you trade with a volume of 1. After tomorrow, you trade with a volume of 0.05. The next day, you trade with a volume of 7. The broker knows automatically that you don't know what volume is all about. It means that they can just look when you open any of those big trades, they just shake the platform and then it wipes out your account. They do that. They do that, but they do that to people who don't know what they are doing. Secondly, you open a trade without stop loss. Anytime you open a trade without a limit, that means a barrier that protects your money. What the brokers can do is they can comfortably carry your account to another server, and what they'll do is they'll move the market against you a bit, and it's going to wipe out your account. They do all those things. But the moment you understand risk management, you don't have a problem. That is all what you need to start trading Forex. You learn the theory, 6 weeks maximum, and then you research all your life. You have a computer, you have internet connection, you open an account with a broker, and then you can start with as low as $100. But we advise people to start with $500 so that you can actually have the time to make some errors. You have the time, because when you start with $100, it goes below $50. It's so challenging to bring it up. But when you start with $500, $1,000, or even more, if you have studied well and if you have practiced, then it is good. Now, for cryptocurrencies, I've already told you everything you need. Go to coinmarketcap.com. As we are talking today, there are 2,069 different tokens. Tomorrow, there might be 2,070. I remember just 2 months ago, there were 1,600 and something. People are coming out with these things every day, but I can assure you it is the biggest space where there are scams. It is the biggest space where there are scams. Imagine what I just told you now, that you can go and buy a token for $0.004 and you buy 400,000 for $10. Imagine that 1 million people are sending $10 to somebody. That is how much? That is $10 million. So these people have access to the masses, and people just create these tokens in their backyards, put them on CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is not regulated. You want to add your token, you can go and add it there. So that is not the place to go. For you to look for any token that you want to buy, go to Binance.com. Binance. You can research tokens on CoinMarketCap, but you go to Binance. What Binance does is that for you to put your token on their platform, they have to know who all your directors are. They know all your backgrounds. They know where your registered office are, where your physical office. They know where you're registered. So all tokens that are on Binance, I can tell you that they are tokens with some good reputation. Okay. Now, if I come back to Binance.com, as of today, they have about Binance.com has about how many tokens today? Let me see. Binance.com has about, okay, that's quite a lot. It's still loading, please. So I'll be able to give you the number of tokens that Binance.com has. Okay, 1,203. Do you see the difference now? CoinMarketCap.com has about 2,000 something tokens, but what does Binance have? Binance has just about 2,000 and something. Binance.com, where is it? Binance.com. Okay, let me share my screen. I go to Binance. Look at it. This is it here. They have 1,203. That means that they have gone in those 2,000, probably 2,069, and they have verified this 2,000, this 1,200, and they know that these are currencies, these are tokens that have registered office. They know where these tokens are registered. They know the directors, and they have information. So on Binance.com, you have a level of protection. You see, you have a level of protection. And for these tokens, I tell people that, look, you should not complicate it. Look for a token that is cheap. I mean, averagely, an average Cameroonian spends about 5,000 francs on alcohol per week. An average Cameroonian. And if that average Cameroonian can save up that 20,000 francs per month and convert it to dollars, that gives you about $45 or $35, and you buy any of these tokens on your smartphone. Where is my smartphone? Let me show you my Binance account. I have a Binance account here. You see, I have my Binance account on my smartphone, and all the tokens that I've bought, I don't need to send my money to anybody to buy me tokens. This is my Binance account. You know, I have my Binance account here, and all my tokens that I have bought are inside. I started this account with about $12, but as I'm talking to you today, there was one point it went up to about 300, but now it has come down to about 150 because the value of Bitcoin has dropped, because all of these things are valued in Bitcoins. So you can, because Bitcoin is the only one for now that you can really exchange. So the value of my account went up sometime to about 300, and now it has come back to about 150. It's less than 8 months old. Okay, it is less than 8 months old. So I'm just going to. So for us now in Cameroon, what we are trying to do is that my company, Celesta Invest, what we are trying to do is that we are really trying to train people. That is what we are doing. I think between January and now we have trained about 50 people, but we have a lesser number that are actively trading. What we are doing is that we are training people, and we are advising people on how to go about this investment, because there is no point having more than 5 point something trillion dollars out there and Cameroonians cannot benefit. It's really a shame. You go to Lagos and you see what these guys, I went to Lagos for a training, and the guy who was training me, I will not lie to you, he showed me his trading account, and for the first time in my life, I saw a trading account that was almost $1 million, $963,000. And this guy himself confessed to me that this thing is like blood money. You sleep at times, you want to get up, a currency has gone up 43%. Imagine that you do any business, you sleep at night and you get up, it has gone up 43%. If you put $100, that is 143,000. If you put $100, that's $143 just in one night. I've just shown you people a cryptocurrency now that has done 23%. And you don't need to pass through anybody to buy those things. That's the first thing I tell people. My business, we don't take money from people. We don't take money for strangers. There are people who even call and say, I have 500,000 francs. Can you invest it for us? We say, no, we don't have the license to invest your money for you. True, I can take money from my elder brother and say, okay, I'll help you trade it. But apart from my close family relations, I don't take money from anybody because it's a problem. This is a business where you can lose the money. And the moment you lose somebody's money in the financial market, you don't have anybody who is going to give you back. So automatically you are in debt. You are not protected legally because you don't have the license. So what I am doing now is, recently I went and wrote one exam that gives me the ability to have this investment license. You want to first have the right knowledge. Even if I have the knowledge now, if I stand anywhere, they'll say, okay, you say you can do this thing. Don't show us your bank account. Show us a certification that proves that you can do this thing. So currently I'm doing CFA and I'm doing CMT. Those are all chartered international courses. You need to have some of these things to have these licenses. Okay, when you have a license now, what do? You go to the CMF. They call it Commission de Marché Financier. It's in Cameroon here, to be able to have this license. And I'll not lie to you, I was hearing about these guys as if they were some magicians. I went on their website, and as I'm talking to you, I have all their laws on my table now. I am reading the laws because I want to understand what it takes for you to have this license, because I was very embarrassed. I was very embarrassed to realize that there are only 13 companies in Cameroon that have investment licenses. And you will not believe that the only Cameroonian company is Afriland, First Bank, that has an investment license. That means a company that can take people's money and invest. So where do Cameroonians keep their money? How do Cameroonians make extra money? Those who are working for companies, how do they make extra money? And these are the things that are keeping Cameroon poor. I went to Ghana. Ghana is smaller than Cameroon in terms of population. Ghana has more than 32 insurance companies. all these insurance companies have these investment licenses, because when they take this money from people, they have to invest. It means that all these 32 insurance companies are paying investment premiums. It might be 1%, it might be 2%. They are paying to these people. They have more than 35 banks in Ghana. All of them have investment license. That's why you go to some of these countries, you see that they are so wealthy, because even you, a poor farmer, you can take your money, keep it somewhere, and you make some returns per month. So I just think that what we need to do is, one of our biggest shortcomings is that, first thing, we don't read about some of these things. We hear about these things every day, but the moment you start talking to people about it, I've had a few squabbles with people on Facebook, maybe with some of my friends. You're out drinking and somebody will tell you that Bitcoin is a total scam. I said, no, Bitcoin is not a total scam. People have taken their money, converted it to Bitcoin, and invested it in scams. Bitcoin is not a scam. It is a very good technology. It means that as 12 of us are sitting here, I can practically send, the biggest amount I've sent in the form of Bitcoin is 22 million CFA. I was opening a trading account for a company and I had to buy Bitcoins in Nigeria. I mean, in the space of 30 minutes, as I deposited the money in this guy's bank account, they sent me 22 million francs worth of Bitcoin in the space of 5 minutes. I did not pay a dime to any government. If I took that same 25 million and I was going to send through a bank, it would take me like 1 month to have the right documentation. I mean, just the number of papers that they are going to ask you to bring. It's going to take me like 5 days for that money to reach them. And then I'm going to pay maybe 5 point something% to those people. It's my money. And some of this money they take and they embezzle. So I want to tell everybody that blockchain itself, I've said it, then the first trillionaire on earth will be somebody that will invest in blockchain. It means that it might be one of these cryptocurrencies, it might be Bitcoin, it might be anything. So the first thing we need to do is to read about this thing. And then the second thing I'm doing is I'm reading about Cameroonian laws, because apparently we have laws that nobody knows. The police will stop you and say it is wrong for you to write for sale on your car. And I quietly asked this policeman, please take my car, go and lock it up. But when I reach there, be ready to show me where that law is written. And that is what happens in Cameroon every day. You go everywhere, they tell you that you are not supposed to do this. You are not supposed to do this, but there's no law. It means law in Cameroon is who is sitting on that chair at the moment. That is the law, because you who is coming, you don't know the law. I'm a businessman. This year, I decided to buy the finance law for 2019 because somebody came into my office, because I had fixed my office very well. They said, no, the amount of rent you are paying for that office is too cheap. We are going to reevaluate your rents to 200,000 francs. I'm like, my landlord has given me this space for the amount that I'm paying. Who are you to tell me that you're going to increase my rents because you come inside, it is well made, you see computers, it is air conditioned, and you say the rent is too small? She says there is a law that says that your tax officer can change the amount of money you're paying as rent. I say, okay, show me this law. They say the book is in the office. I say, don't worry. I'm going to send somebody to buy this book and you show me this law. Before I know, they had left my office. So these are some of the things that, please, I just think that the first thing, I really appreciate the fact that a lot of people, I have Bibi who has called me from Belgium to ask me, but what's this thing really about? I have Becky that, she took the time to come and learn these things. And what I'm telling people is that, look, you can have a full-time job and you're still making $10, $20 on Forex every day if you're good. Let me not say every day, every week. You can have a full-time job and you are still making side money from Bitcoin's investment. You don't need to put 1 million francs in this thing. No, you need to save your 50,000 francs, change it to dollars, buy Bitcoins, and then you put it on this Binance platform. You buy these things and keep. Okay, recently the price of Bitcoin, let me just bring up the chart for Bitcoin here. Recently, the Bitcoin has lost about from 6,000 to about 3,000, 50% of its value recently. And, a lot of people have been shouting that, oh, Bitcoin has crashed, Bitcoin has done this. I say, no. For somebody like me, a technical trader, a technical analyst, all what Bitcoin is doing is that Bitcoin is correcting. I'm just going to show you people a few charts here for you to see what we are saying. These things, they are not magic. They are not things that somebody is fabricating somewhere. These things are things that you can learn and you actually understand. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to bring up a few charts. I just show you this. This is the last thing I'll show you, and then I can take a few questions before we wrap up. So while it's loading, I just want to say, okay, the value of Bitcoin is going to keep going up and down. And the best investors are the ones that buy when it is low. That means this is when you want to buy Bitcoin. You don't want to buy Bitcoin when everybody has started shouting that, oh, Bitcoin has made 20%. No, you'll be buying at the ceiling. And everything that reaches the ceiling has to fall. Last year, Bitcoin left from $5,000 to $17,000. You had people who liquidated their companies and bought Bitcoins. And the very next week, it left from $17,000 to $11,000 because all those who bought when it was low, they were selling while you were buying. That is what happens to any economic or anything that can be bought and sold, anything that obeys the laws of demand and supply. You look at the chart of gold, it's the same thing. I'll show you people Apple Computer. In the past 1 month, Apple Computer, Apple Inc., the iPhone, iPad, and all those people, in the past 1 month, iPhone has lost more than, or Apple has lost more than 30-something% of its value. Nobody is shouting. You understand? Nobody is shouting that iPhone has lost its value. So these are some of the things that I say, look, this is the best time for you to be buying some of these cryptocurrencies. You have a coin like IOTA that was worth about $1.something. Now it is worth $0.05. Buy it because they have a good project and it is going to go back up. So that is it. This is the best time. Come to CoinMarketCap here. Come to CoinMarketCap here. Pick some of these things. Pick some of these things. Come to recently added. See the ones that are quite cheap. Go and you see if they're on Binance. When you see that they're on Binance, you decide to buy them there. I don't know why my charts are taking so much time to open, but hopefully I think I'll just unmute everybody. And please, if there's anybody who wants to share something or you want to ask a question, I don't know how we are going to do it, but what I'm going to do is maybe I give everybody an opportunity to say something. So I just start from the first person. I'll just unmute the first person and then if you have anything to say, you say it. If you don't, you just let us go to the next person in order not to unmute everybody at once. Okay, I think Becky has been unmuted. If you have anything to ask or anything to say, I think we'll listen to you.
Okay, I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can get you, and I'm sure everybody can get you.
I would like to know how to convert the money we make from trading to coins.
Pardon? Please come again.
I don't know. I'd like to know how you convert the money in your trading account.
Okay, to physical money.
Yeah, physical money.
Okay, it's very simple, right? Now, what happens is, okay, let me answer that one. You said how to convert your profit from your trading account. It might be Forex or it might be crypto account like Binance. Okay, now, the first one, let me take Forex. Forex is a lot easier because your broker acts like your banker, okay? Your broker acts like your banker. Your broker acts like your banker because he's the one who removes your profit that you make in the market. Let me say you are in a trade and you make a profit of $10. What you do is that you close the trade, the money will go into your account with your broker. Now, you can either deposit, when you're depositing, you can use cryptocurrency, which is my favorite because it is fast, it is secure, I don't pay any taxes. You can use your credit card, it might be Master, it might be Visa. You can do a bank wire, or you can use Krill, Net Money, Net Teller, any of these means. Now, what a lot of brokers do is that the means through which you put money in their platform, that is the means through which they are going to pay you when you are doing your first withdrawal. which means that if you use your credit card to deposit money in your account, when you want to withdraw money, it's very simple. Let me just take you people maybe to my broker. All what you need to do is that you just go and click withdraw. Your broker will say, okay, how do you want to withdraw? You say maybe bank wire. You say maybe into your Visa card, or you say into your cryptocurrency wallet. And what they'll do is that they'll tell you, okay, to withdraw through Bitcoin, it can take about 48 hours for the money to reach your wallet. To withdraw through your bank account, it can take about 10 working days because they have to do international bank transfer. To withdraw through your Visa card, it can take about 4 working days. And that is it. I tell people that, look, removing money from your trading account is very easy. Now, for cryptocurrency, what they do is that most trading platforms, they accept just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum, those are the two most popular cryptocurrencies. So when you want to send money, you convert it maybe to Ethereum or to Bitcoin and you send it to them. So when you send it to your platform, you can buy other currencies. Let's say you buy a very good one that I'm holding is UBEX, UBEX. You buy UBEX and then you discover that you make a profit on UBEX. I got up one day and UBEX made 500 and something percent one day. You get up one day and you make that amount of profit. What you want to do now is that you want to withdraw your money. What you have to do is you first have to convert that UBEX to Bitcoin. They have their exchange rate. I have my wallet. I have a Jax wallet. I have a BitPay. And for those of you who don't have a wallet or you don't know the right wallet to use, you can use BitPay. BitPay like BITPAY. It's on the App Store. You download it and install it. Or you can use Jax, JAXX. On BitPay or Jax, you can know the conversion rate between one currency to another. But what you have to do is you have to convert your money to Bitcoin and then you withdraw it. You go on Binance and you say withdraw. You withdraw it now to your wallet. And with Bitcoin, it's very lucrative. There are times when I withdraw Bitcoin and I have people who want to buy, people like you who wanted maybe to create their own Binance account. Somebody will tell me, say, please, I need $100 worth of Bitcoin. The dollar price of a Bitcoin is maybe, the dollar price to CFA is maybe 560. But I tell them that I'm selling my Bitcoins for 620. So you discover that even on the profit that you have made on your trading account, you make profit. Now, if you are asking yourself that, where will you get somebody who wants to buy? I'll just answer that question by saying that send it to me. I'll buy it. Because I have people who call me every day and they're asking for it. But just like any market that does not have liquidity, you know, at times you hold it and it's difficult to have somebody who is going to buy it. And there are times like last week that Bitcoin did a fall of about 50%. You can have Bitcoin in your wallet and it falls for about 50%. What do? You have lost 50% of that. So there is also risk at that level when you are withdrawing your money. So the best time for you to do is when you want to withdraw your money, before you withdraw it into your wallet, make sure that you have a buyer, somebody who is buying to you, so that as you are withdrawing, you're selling to them. So that way it's safer. Does that answer your question, Becky?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me just go to the next person. Let's not keep people too long. Okay. Jules, no, Jules will not have a question. Let me go. Jules can ask me any question. He's in the office here. Let me go to Bibi Jodone. He's in Belgium. Okay, Jodone, I think if you have anything you want to ask or something you have not understood, I'm unmuting you so that you can ask. Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
No, it's fine. I think it's clear enough. I have questions to you about the trainings and things like that.
Okay.
And then I can try to reach out.
Okay, that's fine. I think it's somebody I talk a lot with, trading business and other businesses. So, okay, Carson. Carson, are you there? Okay, Carson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask, what it would take for you to open, let's say, an investment company, like what you want to do?
Yes.
So, like how you want to open an investment company now. So what are you actually trying to do?
Okay, the truth is, for you to have an investment company in Cameroon, it is really, I will not lie to you, it is too rigorous. That means it is too challenging, because the first thing for you to be able to open an investment company is money. The first thing is you need to have a capital or a deposit of at least 150 million. Okay? That is
Yeah.
the law. You need to have you need to have a capital of about 150 million CFA, because what they do is, for you to accept money from people, they must be sure that if something goes wrong, you can have money to reimburse these people, or at least the company can have something that they will hold. So according to the laws that I just showed to you people, that's one of the first requirements. You can see why it is only 12 companies, and the 12 companies are Standard Chartered, BGFE, Citibank. Most of them are foreign companies that have those licenses. So the first thing is to have that money. Then the second thing, you must have a competent management. You must have a competent management. So for somebody like me who is obviously looking at that, what I've decided to do is that for you to show that you are competent, you must have the right certifications. And I will be honest with you people, I'm not a fan of going to school. You know, I'm not a fan of going to school, but the way our world and our country are, people believe so much in those who have certificates to show. So I'm also going to share this website with you people. They call it effectivelearning.com. They call it effectivelearning.com. It is a website that has a list of international certifications, very reputable international certifications. If I share my screen now, you're going to see it. Can you see my screen?
No, I cannot see. Yeah, I can see now. I can see.
Okay, now you can see on effectivelearning.com, you can do certified public accountant, you can do certified management accountant, you can do certified internal auditor. These are the ones I'm doing. Chartered financial analyst and chartered market technician. True, the courses are not the cheapest courses, or you can also do CAIA, Chartered Alternative Investment Analyst. These are the kind of certificates that when you have, and you are the general manager of a company, they cannot say anything. And you have the money and you have any of these certifications, they'll just give you your license very fast. I'm telling Cameroonians that, look, there is no way we can be rich if we don't have where we can keep our money. I don't know how many of you have read about Robert Kiyosaki, but he's one of those people who say that if you don't have a job that can give you money while you sleep, then you always, I'm not saying that you're going to be poor, but maybe you always be looking for money. Okay, the website for Bitcoin, it has come up. This is one of the websites that if you want to be a trader, you must really know how to use it. It's tradingview.com. It's tradingview.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you people the evolution of Bitcoin as of now. Can you people see, please?
Yes,
I can see.
So yeah, this is the chart of Bitcoin. Okay, this is the chart of Bitcoin against the US dollar. Anyway, while we are talking, it's going to come and you're going to see it. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to compare it with another very famous symbol. When it comes, I'm going to show you people. Let me just bring you people back to effectivelearning.com. Please, if you can afford it, look for one of these courses. You just come to this website, you can create an account, you register. They'll give you all the learning materials. And it's rather unfortunate the way our country is too. You don't have a writing center. I had to fly out of the country to go and write an exam. We don't have any of these writing centers. And I think if there's somebody here who is looking for a business, you can call the company. They are Prometric, and you see how you open a writing center to help Cameroonians like us with it. Okay, I'm going to show you people the chart of gold, the gold against the US dollar. I'm going to do a comparison, okay? I'm going to do a small comparison here for you people to see. This is where we do our analysis. I'm going to convert it to a line chart. That is it. And then for now, I'm going to take away all the indicators from the chart, remove all indicators. Okay, that is the evolution of Bitcoin so far. Can you see the yellow line?
Yeah, yeah.
That is where Bitcoin started. Bitcoin started at about, let me minimize this. Bitcoin started somewhere around 100 and something dollars. And then last year, if you can see the two lines that are going across my screen, the white lines, you can see that from October 2017, the price of Bitcoin was at 10,000 something. And then by the end of the year last year, that is December 17, the price of one Bitcoin was at 20-something thousand dollars. And you see that is it falling now. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to compare it with gold. I want to do a comparison with gold, and you're going to notice something very striking between the two. Gold. I don't know why I cannot. Okay, the price of gold is very high up. Okay, anyway, just look at Bitcoin. And then what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to bring gold. I'm going to bring the chart of gold, and you're going to see a striking resemblance. All of these things go up and they go down. You understand? Okay, look at the chart of gold. Gold has been traded for an even longer period. This is something that I traded yesterday. So that's why you see a lot of lines on my chart for gold. But, you know, when it's going to come, you're going to see that it had almost a similar evolution with, it had almost a similar evolution like Bitcoin. Can you see?
Yeah, yeah.
If you look at the chart of gold, it started low, it went up, and then it came back down. It took a long time, and then now this is the time where real investors are buying and holding, and then it went even higher. So now, if I bring Bitcoin and throw on this, so if I bring, do you see now? Do you see Bitcoin? So you can see that this phase of gold is almost equivalent to this phase of Bitcoin, just that Bitcoin is a little bit too expensive. So what is going to happen is that Bitcoin is going to come down, stay here for a while, and then it starts picking up. So I think what you want to do is that you want to have the right amount of money. What my company is trying to do now is to look for private investors. That means if we can be fortunate enough to have somebody who is going to trust us, invest money in our business anyway, this company from Dubai. I'm going to tell you guys more about it, how you can learn Forex with them, and they can give you money to trade. So now that I am a trader, what I can do is that I can say, okay, I'll register with them, and they'll give me money to
19 past 5.
Before I know, I might be able to raise that money. Okay. Thank you, Carson. Yeah, I will just take one question. One question, please. Okay, let me have Juvette. Juvette, are you there? Juvette?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, this is one of the people that, you know, we worked with. I mean, Juvette came and did a training with us here at from what I've been seeing, I see he's making very good progress. He's even helping other people to trade now. And that is what we are looking for. You know, we are looking for people to try and believe in this trading thing. It's not because a few people are trying to spoil a business that makes it a bad business. No, it's a very lucrative business. And I think it's a very bad thing we have in our country because people have been so they have been so used to frauding or stealing that everything that comes around, they are looking for a way to create theft around it, and then we end up spoiling many things. Okay, Juvette, I think we'll hear from you.
Okay, I just want to have this quick question concerning the investment company you're talking about, where you can work, one can work with them and get like funds, and they invest, and then you're trading it.
Okay, this is it, right? Yeah. This is it. The company, I am sure you knew about IML. IML was a company that helped people to trade Forex. But I was on IML for 3 months, and I saw that their business strategy was too bad, because what they did was they were getting people to come and start trading Forex. And then what they do is that they will just make you open an account, and they feel that every day they will send you trades that you can use to make money. It's very bad, because for you to be a trader, you must learn how to trade. Now, what this company is doing is they come, they bring, you actually have to pay. The only thing I don't really like about them is that they are in the form of a network marketing. That is the only bad thing that I don't really like about them. But it doesn't make their business strategy bad. What they do is that you register with them, and then you take a 3-month course. Your registration fee that you pay is for 3 months. It's called Mileus. It's new. It was just launched in Dubai last month. And since I am connected to some very high people in the Forex business in Nigeria, as soon as he got to Nigeria, the general manager of a big company here who actually hired me to work for them, he called me and said, okay, there's this new company that is coming. Okay, since it's in the form of network marketing, you are very advantageous, or I am very advantageous, because I'll get in fast, okay? But the good thing with them is that they give you their platform. On their platform, you can learn Forex, and then they have experts that are doing live trades every day where you can learn the practicals. And then what they do is that they have an exam. They have an exam that you take at the end of 3 months. If you pass their exam, it's called going pro. They call the level Go Pro. If you pass the Go Pro exam, you have the opportunity to register with $3,000. When you register with $3,000, they will give you a $50,000 trading account. Okay, $50,000 trading account. That means you learn on their platform, you pass their exam, and then they give you a $50,000 trading account for you to trade. Now, their condition is simple. You guys share the profit 50-50, but you can only lose up to $10,000 of that money. That means as soon as that account gets down to $40,000, they take it from you. It means if you are not a good trader, they'll take their money back from you. But this is what they do. Any profit you make, you people share 50-50. Okay? If you make 10%, if you make 10% profit, as soon as you make 10% profit, they give you 2 options. Either they'll double the money to 100,000, or you take your profit and then you continue trading the $50,000. Okay, once you reach 100,000, if you decide to double it, you can only lose up to $10,000. It means if you lose trades and the money gets down to $90,000, they will take the account from you. But if you make 10,000, they have the option to doubling to 200, and from 200, where they are taking you is $1 million. I want to tell you people, when you're hearing the amount of money, you can feel like it's impossible or it's a lie. True, I have not yet registered. I'm telling you people, I'm supposed to register today, not for the GoPro, just for the normal package of $450. I take their trading course, I take the exam. If I pass, which I'm going to pass because there's no way I can do CMT, and then I come and lose a small exam. If I pass, then I'll be able to testify to you people here that, okay, this is the money that they have given me, okay? So for now, I'm somebody who likes to know things before I talk about them. So I'm not selling this company to you people now. I am not registered, but I'm supposed to register today. Once I register and I see the way it's going, it's automatic. It's network marketing. I'll say, okay, Juvet, come and register under me. Let's see how this thing is going. If it's going well, we'll probably make money. Just like IML, I did 3 months in IML. I saw that it was not good for me. It was not profitable, and I left. So once you have information, you also have the ability to know what is good for you or what is not good for you, and you can always leave. So that is it, Juvet. So I'll give you more details about that. I think you can even pass through the office, and I'll share that one with you people, with you. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Kemone, I don't know if I'm calling the name right, but if you have anything to say, we are listening to you.
C'est toi. Bonsoir à tous.
Bonsoir.
Pour le moment, je n'ai pas de questions. J'espère que la prochaine fois, j'aurai des questions.
Ok. Ok, merci beaucoup. Je ne savais pas qu'on avait les francophones. Je devais aussi essayer de parler de temps en français. Je sais que c'est difficile souvent. On peut parler, oui. Donc, la prochaine fois, il faut nous signaler aussi, il y a certaines choses qu'on peut essayer de dire encore en français. OK?
Oui, d'accord,
Okay,
d'accord.
okay, oui. Let me see, who do I have again? I have Pelote Charles. Okay, I don't know. I'm sure he joined us around the end, but maybe he has heard something or he has another question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Charles.
Yes, I just wish to know, you mentioned the broker, but I did not take note of it since I came late.
Okay. Okay.
The one you advise people to use.
Okay.
Because I'm already in trading. Yeah, I'm already trading quite all right.
So for brokers, let me just tell you a small story. First thing, I have to be very clear with you people. I can't speak for any broker. Okay. I can't speak for any broker. That's the first thing. But what I know is that all brokers, they have the ability to manipulate or not to manipulate their account. All brokers. But I have personally, when I went to Nigeria, the good thing with Nigeria is that they physically have their brokers. That means you can go into a broker's office, you put your money on the table, they open your trading account. That is what we don't have here. Okay? That means if your broker is manipulating your account in Nigeria, you can enter their office and say, look, you people manipulated my account. I've come. But in Cameroon here, what we can only do is that we can use online brokers. But I'm going to tell you, I have relationships with 2 brokers. I have relationships with FXTM, brokers that I went to Nigeria and I met physically, and they tell me, okay, take business to Cameroon, recommend our business, and you know the story. I recommend somebody, I get a commission. But now, this is what has happened with one of the accounts that I opened with FXTM, right? I opened somebody's account, and one of their friends, what one of their friends did was that he took their account, their email information, pirated their account, got into their trading account and was trying to remove money. You see? And he changed the password of the guy's account. The account was an FXTM-based account. So what I could do was that I picked up my phone and I called FXTM and I told them that, look, this is what is happening with my client's account. Please, can you people block the account until we are able to prove that the person using the account now is not the right person? The guy got into the account, did 1 or 2 investigations and told me that, yes, there is this guy who has been asking us that we should change the withdrawal address of the account. So what we are going to do is that you people are going to send us an email with the passport of the person who owns the account with a new phone number, and we are going to change it. Now, that is an example. That is the only reason why I can tell you that, okay, I'm recommending FXTM, because if you have a problem with FXTM, I can intervene. I can call somebody there. If you have a problem with Maximus FX, I can call somebody there. But imagine you have a problem with the broker that I've used before, probably Apari or FXCM, and you have a problem like this, who is going to listen to you? So what I'm saying is that what I recommend for people is FXTM or Maximus FX, because I know the companies, I know the managers in Nigeria, and if there's a problem like the one we managed to resolve today, we can solve it for you. That's the first thing. Second thing is that the account opening process is very easy with FXTM. All you need to do is your email address, your phone number, your passport, and your ID card. Your account is validated. My brother, if you try to open an account with Hot Forex, I've seen somebody who has made 1 month to open an account with Hot Forex. So you also want to look account opening process, and then most importantly, you want to look their means of deposit. You have I opened an account with Apari, and when I wanted to withdraw, they told me that, hey, we don't do withdrawal by Bitcoin. We don't do withdrawal by bank transfer to Africa. You can only withdraw through Visa card, and the maximum you can withdraw is $1,000. Imagine that. So before you open an account with any broker, make sure you know the various means of deposits and the various means of withdrawal. You make sure to see the account opening process. If they are not asking you crazy information, so they even ask that you should bring a utility bill that has your name on it. They will ask you to bring a bank account statement so that they see your name and address on it. So I think apart from the fact that maybe we know somebody in these two companies, if you want to open an account, try to know their withdrawal process, because that's always the annoying one. When you have your profits and then you want to withdraw, they start telling you that you cannot withdraw. Okay, that is it. Okay, let's take yes.
Yes, I just wish to find out about their spread. What is their spread? For example,
spread.
The euro.
The truth is that the spread in the first place, spread is never fixed, okay? You have specific kinds of accounts, like you have zero spread accounts. Those are specific kinds of accounts where you can have a spread that is, you have very low spread. Those are specific kinds of accounts. You can have also other brokers that have a very high liquidity, but I can't really tell you about spread because spread is something that is determined by the market, and the currency pair, like Euro USD, FXTM. Most of the time, when I'm trading one lot of Euro USD, my spread is 12. No, not spread. My commission on the trade. So some accounts have commissions, some kinds of accounts have zero spread accounts. The spread depends on the liquidity of the market at the moment. So I can't really tell you for spread, but for their commissions, you either open a zero spread account where you don't pay commissions, but the difference is that the minimum balance is very high and the spreads are high. So all of those things, you want to read about them before doing them. You want to read about their spread before doing them. So FXTM, they have all these kinds of accounts. You can open a zero spread account where you don't pay spread, but you pay high commissions, or you can open an account where you pay low spread, but you also pay commissions. Okay. Let's take that from Cham.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the show.
Okay.
I want to know, as you rightly said, that there are about 2,600 and something of those different coins.
Yes.
Yes, I wish to know how I can identify a particular one that will make me profit.
Okay. Okay.
I partake in it.
I think that's a very good.
Yeah. Secondly, as the forex trading is concerned, since I'm not in Douala, I don't know how I can partake in the training.
It's rather unfortunate that we had to start online classes in October and November, but when I started reading for my exams, I realized that it was more challenging than I thought. So we had to postpone the classes. So we'll be starting online classes using this Zoom, where where we'll have people who can register, and then we'll be teaching them like this. We have already bought all the equipment where we can do online classes, and you just connect wherever you are and you partake. For the classes, we have not started now because I actually realized that the work I had for the exam was more challenging than I thought, so I had to put it aside and concentrate on the exam. Now, for the cryptocurrencies, I spoke about Binance because you don't need to do the research again. All what you need to do is you just go by price. Okay. Now there are two things.
Yes.
When you buy a cryptocurrency when it's very low, when the price is very low, like the one I showed you, people 0.00 something.
Yeah.
The only thing that can happen is that the price can go up. Okay, you hold it for long.
Yes.
But now, what is happening to you? Like now, when you go on CoinMarketCap.com, what you go and do is that you take the coins that are trending, you take the recently added. From the recently added, is very good because when they just enter the market, people will start trading it and the value will be going up. That's when I buy. Most of the times I don't even buy when they're in the market. I buy at what they call ICO, initial coin offering. When the people are just launching the project, they sell it very cheap before it gets into the market. So you can also check the website. It's icodrops.com. icodrops.com. When you go to icodrops.com, you can have the information about the new coins that will be coming into the market, their projects,
yeah,
the people who are putting the
okay,
coin into the market. Okay, but okay, now
yeah,
if you are interested in these coins and you have time, because most of the time I talk to two kinds of people: those who have time and those who don't have time. If you don't have time, all what you do is that you look a coin that is cheap, a coin that is cheap for you and you feel that you can afford. You just go to Binance and then you buy. Okay,
okay,
because you are sure that
yeah,
Binance has already done what we call due diligence. Binance has already gone
okay,
back down and research. Now,
okay,
if you have time, I have a whole procedure, a whole course that I use to know if a coin is a good coin or not. First thing, you want to research about those who are putting the coin in the market. Now,
yeah,
every company that is launching a coin, what they have is that they have a board of directors or a management team. You want to go on Twitter and you begin to research these people's their past track. Like there's one coin that just gone into the market. They call it NOS. I have a few of it. It got into the market expensive, but I managed to buy some. What the
okay,
main person behind it is Mark Zuckerberg. He's the owner of Facebook. Okay,
okay, the
the
Facebook
owner of Facebook.
CEO.
The coin is talking about Internet 3.0. That means they've developed software or technology where you can play virtual games on the internet. You can do things on the internet. It's a good project. It's a futuristic project, and the guy who is behind it is Mark Zuckerberg. My brother,
Okay,
anywhere that child passes, I can pass, because you know that
okay,
the owner of Facebook. I mean, how can he be
yes,
putting his money in something which is not popular? So you want to look for those who are behind the coin. Then there is also something that I do. I'll just share with you people because I think sharing knowledge is the only way we can grow. There is a website that you call socialmention.com.
okay,
Socialmention.com. What Social Mention does is, if you go to Social Mention and you put the name of any coin you are interested in, it's going to
yes,
go on Instagram, it's going to go on Twitter, it's going to go on all social media platforms, and it's going to pull you all the information of what people are saying about that coin. And then
okay, I understand.
it's going to bring you a window where it's saying that positive comments. It will grade it and tell
Yes,
you the number of people who are giving positive comments about it, the number of people who are giving negative comments, the number of people who
yes,
are neutral. So,
all the reviews.
this is the process you do when you want to do your own research by yourself. But my best
Okay,
advice for you will be that we are in a world where some of these things you can hardly know. Be on the safe side. Go to Binance.com. You are sure to have
okay,
coins where they have already researched and they are sure about the people if they have offices and everything. So I think that one should
okay.
answer your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Pagop. I don't know. I think that's one person we have not brought in. Let me bring him in and then we can hear from him too. Mr. Pagop. Okay. Is still Foncham? Let's mute him and then I don't know where. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm sure his sound is not good. Maybe he's not here again. Okay. So I think that's all for now. We have had Becky, I think Lewis and Jules, they're in the office here. They can ask me anything. We have had Honor you, Monsieur Kemonye. We just had Fonchan. We had Carlson. I don't know if Ivana is there. Ivana, are you there? Ivana? Okay. She might not be on seat, but she's showing connected there. So, okay, I think that's it. What I'm planning to do is I just want to ask you people, I don't know what would be a good time because, I was actually worried about a good time to do this. If anybody feels that maybe this time is not good or maybe we can choose a better time, late in the evening, I don't know. So we're trying to get a good time. I'm planning to do one training session maybe on Tuesdays, and then we can also do a general session on other days, but I'm sure to inform you people about it. So most of you here, if if people can just kindly type me your phone numbers so that I can add you people, and when there's anything I can send the invitation personally to you people. So if everybody can just type me their contact, maybe email and phone number, from there I can inform you people whenever we have a live session like this. So I'll just leave it open for a few minutes and then I'll just end the session. So I just hope people are typing so that I can have your contact info. I mean, for those who I don't have, I think I have a couple of people. I don't have Cam, I don't have Calstone, I don't have Charles. If you can just type me your contacts. Rustul, you are coming when we are about to go and you are online the whole day. Yes, one of those who joined. Okay.
No, but
no. He's asking about IQ options. Please. That person who is asking about IQ options, that's Carson, right? Please, Carson, that is something I would beg you not to do. IQ options is totally in the hands of brokers. Those guys are the ones determining what the market is doing depending on how much you pay. Okay? Look, there is this small thing in trading. In trading, what you want to do is you always want your opportunity of winning to be like 3 times your opportunity of losing. Okay? That is what we call risk reward. That is what we call risk reward. With IQ options, what they are doing is that they are always giving you even less opportunity of winning than what you're putting. You know, I've done it down the years. IQ options, you can put 90, you can put $10 and they say, okay, if you win, you get $9 point something. My brother, there is no way you can ever beat those guys. Trust me. There is no way you can beat those guys, especially if you do it continuously. You can just come one day and put your $100 and then you win your $90 and go you. But if you continue, those guys will always beat you. Please, I would advise you not to even ever consider these IQ options. There's no way.
Okay, sir.
Yes. If you want to trade, you should actually learn how to trade. If you are trading already, you should actually master risk management. And once you master risk management, what you want to do is that all trades that you are wrong, you leave the market fast. That means you put a stop loss and you leave fast. You want to risk only 2 to 3% of your account per trade. You want to risk only 2 to 3% of your account. And each time you're making profit, you want to make at least 6 to 8%, so that if you take 10 trades and you lose 7 and win 3, you can still be profitable. I think that's the right way to trade. And I'm trying to demonstrate that by doing something during the live trade sessions that I'm taking. What I'll do is that every Tuesday, I'll just take 10 trades without any research, without anything. And all what we'll be doing is that we'll be managing the risk. And you'll see that if you can practice risk management and if you are disciplined, you can still make money in this business, even if you don't know anything. But you must be able to practice risk management and you have that psychology to be able to live trades, that discipline. Okay, I've received quite a good number of phone numbers. So I'll just take this, and then when next we have a session, I'll also try to send on the various groups and everything. Okay, so I want to thank you people very much, and I hope I've been able to share something that would, maybe wipe away one or a few doubts in your head. And if you have any questions, I should also write my phone number there. This is my phone number. You can reach me with that. No, public. I should send that one publicly, everyone. Okay. Yes, that is my phone number, and then my email. This is the one I use most often. So you can always reach me, and then you ask me any personal questions. So that is my phone, that's my WhatsApp number, and that is my email address. Okay. So thank you very much. Thanks to everyone, and I hope that we'll be able to do this again sometime soon. I think next time I'll inform people a little bit earlier so that we can have many more people join.